This video will show you how to link an assignment to a CLO if that assignment does not already have an existing rubric. And so you're going to go to your assignment that you want to link to a course learning outcome. So I'm going to say use this one. There is no rubric already. So when you grade this, you'll typically just grade it. You'll go to a speed grader, and then you will just assign a score. And so you'll look over their submission, and then you'll assign a score. This particular assignment happens to be one that students will upload something. So in this scenario, when we get to that assignment, we are just going to add a rubric. Now, when you add a rubric, it gives you the option of adding a criteria. We're just going to delete that. So we don't necessarily have to include a rubric, but we are here going to find an outcome. And when we find the outcome, let's say in this example that this links to my CLO number 3. So I'm going to click on CLO number 3, and you have the option of either using this criterion for scoring, that is the default state, or you can uncheck it and you do not use this criterion for scoring. So if this is just an assignment that they are submitting, you already have a point value associated with that. If you check that box, it's going to add 4 more points on top of it, and it will give them an actual grade for the assignment based on this assessment. You can do that if that works for you. My recommendation is that you uncheck this box. That won't change the point value at all for the assignment. And so here we create the rubric, and now we just have a rubric with only our 4-point Likert scale. And then when we go to our speed grader, this assignment happens to be worth 15 points. Here you will see the student submission. You can just grade them for that submission how you would normally grade it. When you do that, you view the rubric as well, and then you would assign that based on the score I gave them, they achieved, in this case, mastery. After assigning that, so I assign a grade, I'm going to click on Save. So when I save it, I've now saved that rubric, and I've given them a score of 3 in my assessment data, but you can see that the original score I gave them of 12, that still applies to their grade. So when you go to the grade book, for that particular assignment, it was this one, Reviewing Science and Movies. That student has a score of 12, but then the Likert scale that you gave them for the CLO, that has also been logged. You just need to make sure that you create that rubric. Now, the student will be able to see the rubric, but it won't impact their grade, and they'll just see there's an extra value or an extra assessment for them.